Guys on YouTube, let me know if you can hear me. Right, okay, let's get display capture. Uh, okay, so I'm just gonna YouTube, let's get trading view up. There we go, trading view up. So bank holiday to so a bit sluggish. Yeah, I can't imagine we're gonna see too much, but you never know. We will just have a bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get the screen up on TikTok. Uh, who else is Mark Haynes? Good afternoon. How are we doing? Hi, Anna. There we go. All right. That should be. There we go. Right, we've got trading view on. I've not looked at the charts. I've not done any analysis. It's just been an admin morning this morning. I generally don't like to look at the charts on a Monday until US kicks in. But as we know, it's a bank holiday today, so I'm just going to get myself into the habit of marking the charts up. So I'm going to start with the monthly chart because what have we seen from gold? Well, the month end on gold closed at nearly all-time highs, and then the market opened last night and then pushed up, and we really came in pretty close to that 3,500 level. We came in just short of it at 34.90 basically. So now what we're going to see is are we going to get a daily flip on gold? Meaning we've pushed, we've come in, we've taken out the highs of last what, 4 months. Will we break today's low? And if we do, then I could expect to see maybe a potentially big move to the downside. But we shall see. Okay. Said, how you doing? Anna, good afternoon. Peter Cole, Simon, Stephen Buckley. Welcome from Rotterdam. Not the sunny Bermuda today. Uh, Whale of ICT. Well, let's do a few house rules just in case you're new to the stream on TikTok. So on here, guys, I am just a price action trader. So I don't talk ICT, I don't talk smart money concepts, I don't do order blocks, I don't do um, any of that. Okay, it's just pure price action. So looking at the candles itself and formulating a bias based on what we see. So as it stands, the bias in theory should remain to the upside based on what we've seen, which is just big moves up. However, it doesn't mean that the market won't correct. So as we can see on the monthly, today's the first day of the month. We've broken last month's highs and the previous 4 months highs, testing pretty close to the all-time high around $3,500. Now, if we look at the weekly structure, previous weekly resistance, we closed slightly above it last week, and then we've just pushed higher. So again, like I say, bias remains to the upside. John Doe, Mark, I left a buy trade in by accident. I'm trying to ride it out to 34.80. Will this happen today? Um, you sh I mean, look, when you should have already passed 34.80. It went up to 34.89. Um, oh, okay. So, hmm, look, I can't, I will never give advice on what to do and how to do it. What I will do is I'll give you principles and rules in place um, that I that I will apply, and then you can make an educated decision on that basis. But look, you've got to think about when you place a trade, how are you going to manage it? What's the risk associated? And then what to do if that doesn't happen. So if you've let's say you've gone over the risk that you want already, then for me, when that happens, you just got to pull the plaster off, okay? Pull the plaster off. Um, don't let don't let it get any worse. It could be sod's law. You could pull the plaster off and then it goes back up. So this is, these are things that you got to. Is New York open before the Labor Day? No, if it's when you've got bank holiday, the markets will remain closed. How do you screen live with the charts like that? Uh, Good question. So instead of what do I did? What did I do? Just use full screen and uh, landscape as opposed to portrait. Captain Gert, good afternoon. Nando, that's where I've just been. Okay, so looking at this weekly chart, we've seen straight now on the daily chart, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our fifth bullish uprange day that we've got formulating at the minute. In there, we had a little inside day. Again, we had another bearish uprange day. But since this outside candle, we've literally just seen a continual push to the upside. So what I'd be it's sunny in Rotterdam. Lucky you. Hopefully this. It looks like the sun's coming back out now, but we just had a massive downpour. Why does my screen keep going blurry? There we go. Uh, there we go. Maybe that's better. Buy positions are killing us today. Whenever you take a position, you have to think about why you're taking it. So look, if we look at the daily structure, last daily structure, we're pretty much on it here, but let's scroll back to the all-time high back in May, see if we can, yeah. So look, we didn't create a new structure. What we got was a big spike up, took all the sells out of the market, and then it's just dropped. Now, we didn't see that last time. It just came into here, then dropped. It came into here, then dropped. Came into here, then dropped. So this one, are we going to see something similar to this, or are we going to continue to the upside? We don't know. We don't know. So we just have to let the market play out and trade accordingly. So let's drop to the 4-hour and have a look at the structure patterns. So 4-hour, I'm seeing 4-hour sells on the cards here. Now, the downside to looking at a 4-hour sell, right, is that we don't really have, let me just check. So we are above, let me just zoom in here. So there's the 4-hour structure. We won't tap that. So let me just go to the 1-hour here. I want to see. I'm going to make it a different color. So, right, so there's 1-hour structure. So what I'm trying to highlight is where did the market close? Yeah, so they're both the same. So let's have a look at where they apply. Okay, so we're coming in, we're tapping these areas. Now, things to look out for to be able to make sensible decisions would be we want to see how the market is working in cyclical patterns. So we've had the move up, we've created resistance here, it's come back down, we've had a push up, we've had a false break, we've come down, we've closed below support here, and then we've consolidated. Okay, so we've had a little mini change in cycle. Now I'm going to move this because we've already broken out, we've created new resistance. So I'd be looking at price to drop back down into here at least. Let's drop down to the 30-minute. Okay, so support is forming on the 30. Let's have a look at the 15. Yeah, so we've got we've got options here, guys. I wouldn't want to be trading long above here because this is a bit noisy. But if I'm looking at this, this is going to be my no trade range. So I'm not going to do anything in here. I would look to go long above here. Buys above 34.79, call it 0.1. And I would look to go short below here. So it sells below. Now remember, if you want any, yeah, bank holiday, sells below 34.69.4. Let me just pull up. Where are you? No, instant FX. There we go. Let's pull that one down. Okay, so let's just put this on. No major news. US bank holiday. There we go. So obviously, bank holidays don't put me off from trading. Why wasn't there a price correction today when the market opened? Um, because there was obviously more buyers. I can't answer that question. It's recently traded 34.67, so 34.69 is irrelevant. Uh, it's irrelevant on maybe your rules. This is the range. This is the range. This is how I trade at Gold Trader. So if I get a close below here, I need a close below, not price below. I just need close below, and then I will make a decision. So for me, it's all about where does the market close. The wicks represent structure and where price went to, and obviously I'll deal with that in my rules. But what's a prop firm? Sorry, I'm a complete beginner. Game changer. A prop firm is a place where you can get more capital. It's basically like, I don't know, you're getting a lot more capital to trade with than you effectively put down. So when you go to a brokerage and you trade at leverage at 30 to 1, 50 to 100 to 1, when you trade with, let's say, $1,000, you have the ability to trade with a lot more capital than that due to leverage. A prop firm, what they will do is they will give you a challenge account or an instant account, meaning that there's no challenges, where let's say $1,000 with one that will be challenges might give you, let's say, up to 100 or $150,000 to trade with. Um, and then the instant one with $1,000, you probably get somewhere like $10,000 instantly to trade with that can trade all the way up to $200,000 based on a scaling process. So um, this is a 15-minute time frame Gold Trader. So if I got a close below here on the 15-minute time frame at 34.69.4 and then a push up, I'll look to sell these lows. So um, bear with me a second, guys. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, that's yeah, the internet is loaded with you have buys in at 34.62.50 and 34.54. Uh, okay, so 54 down near these areas. Um, I can see why you're looking at that area. Um, you obviously, I know you trade very, very different to me, Gold Trader, which is you have resting orders in the market and you trade purely on a price level. So I won't comment on yours because I don't know your system. So and I don't really want to look into it because I don't want to get confused on what I do. I'm so disciplined in the process that I run that that's that's what I have to stick to. Yeah, so you're basically like straddling the market. So you've got sells in at certain prices and buys in at certain prices. Nice, kind of a bit like option trading, I guess. But um, who's that that's lit up all the gifts? So thank you for sharing the live stream, guys. So as it stands right now, I'm doing nothing in here right now. Absolutely nothing. I don't like this area. Yeah, we've got a bit of clean space here that we could potentially look at, but what's it? 38, 38 pips. I'm going to stay out of that. I'll wait for buys above here. And I'll be looking for the market to run up into that 34.88 area should we get a close above here. So this is my no trade range. I'm not doing anything there. In terms of pips available, should we get up there, we've got 90 pip range, which I'd love to have some of that. So let's just mark that on. We've got 90 pip range. Why is YouTube quiet? I feel like it's, yeah, no, it is still live. So we've got 90 pip range to trade into. And then Down here we've got a massive range to trade into, which is 300. So, okay. Does the market shut early? In what sense? Yeah, I remember you saying that, gold trader. So, impressive just placing orders without being at the screens. Um, so, don't know how you do it, but well done. Um, at MSN, so market will be slow. Uh, yeah, just remember that it will still be running, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be very slow. You've still got retail traders out there, and there will still be positions running, um, but high wealth building. Good afternoon. Short gold. Yeah, I'm interested in shorts or longs, but it has to either be above 34, call it 80 or 34.69, below 34.69. So that's the way I'm looking at gold right now. We've got nice clean range to tap into down here, and we've got a nice little bit of clean range to tap into above there. The red area mark's not a good zone to trade. Yeah, I don't want to trade it in this area. It's just a bit choppy. So I'll wait where I can see nice big candles. Where if price gets above here, we should have clean space to trade into there. If we get below here, we should see clean trading down to there. Doesn't mean it'll go all that way, but it's just there's less roadblocks to get there, if that makes sense. Um, Euro dollar short, euro yen short. So you're selling euro. Okay, I'll have a look. Uh, Daily. Yeah, I can see why you'd be looking at this area, but let's have a okay. Structure rejected, wicked up, down. Only thing I don't like are these candles here. I'd be more interested in selling below this price just based on my rules because we've got cleaner candle range, but I don't know how far that is. 27 pips. Yes, I wouldn't even look at that to be fair, but I know why you can do it. Rosa, I believe that the red zone would be a sideways trend area. Not sure, pretty bad. Not sure, pretty bad day, so feel thrown off. Rosa, listen, if you've had a bad day, then the best thing you can do is just sort of like sit on the sidelines and don't make it any worse. Don't try and yeah, there's the old saying, once you fall off a bike or fall off the horse, the best thing you do is get straight back on it. The problem with trading is if you have fallen off the horse or fallen off a bike, your psychology will play a different um, different role in the way that you want to play the markets. So you will then start to do things that maybe you wouldn't normally do on the basis that you're pissed off. So best thing you can do is just uh, sit on the sidelines and take a seat. Come back the day after. Genius Son at Mark Owen. Is that are you messaging me there, buddy, or is there someone else in here called G? I don't know if there's someone else that's just popped up. American question mark. Uh, Not quite sure on some of the comments. So yeah, look, this red zone here initially would have been fine to trade where you got the big black candles, but then from 10:45 UK this morning, what we've seen is a very sideways and no non-directional move on gold. You've had wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside, and all the bodies are very, very small, meaning that there's no continuation. There's no direction. When there's no direction, the hardest thing as a trader to do is place a trade. Why? Because there's no direction, there's no probability that the market's going to move one way or another. The only thing you can, if you were placing a trade and you wanted to use probability, you'd be saying, right, which way is the market being predominantly moving? And you'd look at it and go buy, and that's probably why most of the retail traders are getting screwed on buys at the minute because there is no direction since that Sunday night open, and then we've fired into just pre-London, and you've seen a sell-off, and then it's just gone sideways. So best thing to do, guys, is just sit tight and don't. Mark, could you please explain reasons you could get slipped on entry? Well, there's when you get slipped on entry, that's obviously it's down to liquidity, and you know, depends who the broker feed get, where they get their feed from. So slippage, remember, slippage is all down to getting your order executed on the other side. So for every buyer, there has to be a seller, and if they're all getting executed at a certain point, that same liquidity provider has to find another seller. So it just comes to where the next sell order is or buy order is, depending where you are. So generally, the slippage with most brokers will be minimal. You'll probably find it gets a little bit worse with prop firms or not such good prop firms. But anything that has a good liquidity providers, slippage and latency will be very, very good. How many pips is a good day for you? Nathan, I'm looking for minimum 10 pips, right? I'm not big, I don't need big pips. 10 pips, I'm de-risking and risk-free. Uh, do you, Game changer, thanks for the, yeah, you can, in my bio, you can see, in fact, the easiest thing, in my bio, you can see a link to Mark Owen Concepts, which offers the store there, or you can drop me a uh, WhatsApp on, it's a UK number, 07356 237 138. So if you fire me a WhatsApp on there, and that goes for anyone on YouTube as well, I'm more than happy to have a chat with you on WhatsApp. Um, yeah, I'm live on TikTok, YouTube nearly every day. Um, obviously, you got slipped early this morning for 7 pips. Yeah, I mean, look, also, was that on gold? Pleasure game changer. Just if you drop me a message, just put what your name is on you on TikTok, and then that way I'll know exactly who you are. Yeah, so just think this morning, as well, gold was moving like you can't believe. So you are more likely to get slipped in volatile times as well, especially something like gold. So yeah, if you get slipped 7 pips, and your target's 10, first target's 10, it kind of kills the trade. You want to be getting out of that trade as quickly as possible, or at least de-risking. Yeah, we teach, we have membership programs and mentoring, so we do it all. But I also like to do the free services here so people can get to see who we are, what we do, and why we do it. For anyone that is live right now, we are rebranding to Mark Owen Concepts. So you will see some branding changes coming up soon. Share, go and see. Hi, how we doing? So you listen, this is the chart for gold right now, and I'm not going to do anything else around that. Okay, I'll set alerts here. So if you've got alerts in on TradingView, let's just get them all deleted, any old inactive ones, and then we come back and we go, right, okay, so if we want to be buyers above here, well, let's just put in an alert. Okay, and then we'll come over to our alerts and we just go into edit, message. So gold buy breakout. Okay, so I put that in, and what will happen is as soon as price gets above there, TradingView will send a message to my phone or to my PC and just let me know that gold is breaking out. And then what I'll do is I'll go, right, okay, does it meet my rules? So I'll go over here, I'll come down to breakout long, I'll put my rules on the chart, and then I'll go, right, okay, looking at those rules, has step 1, 2, 3, and 4 all been adhered to? And if they have, I'll place the order. If they haven't, then even if it's above here, I will not place the trade. So it makes it very unemotional. Yeah, okay, so very, very simple way of doing it. For sells, it would be the same thing. I'd just come over here, I'd go, right, let's go, we'll come down, we'll look for breakout short, put the rules on, say, right, okay, has step 1, 2, 3, 4 happened? If it has, I will then place the order. What's this? 3,500, 2,800, 1,800, 1,200, 300. Gold is nothing. All big one in BT soon. 1 min per one and 12k. What? Hikes or HYX? I have no idea what you're saying there, mate. If you can maybe put that into layman's terms so that myself and anyone else that is um, watching it, I'd be appreciated. 2014 year price is come all that fake war Ukraine upside is going down. Yeah, maybe. But look, I'm not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. On the monthly, see it totally. Um, but look, I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories and what's happening in different countries. I will just trade what I see. Okay, I'll trade what I see. I leave politics and everything else out of it because ultimately, no matter where we are from, what religion we are, we're all looking at the charts to create revenue. So everything outside of that doesn't matter. We're looking at the charts, and I won't bring any politics and anything else into the live stream. Okay, guys? So here we just talk about the charts. Yep. Nathan, thoughts on 5 pip TPs with 50 pip stop losses? Look, you're going to have a very high success rate, but you need a success rate that is going to give you, let's say, 95% success rate in order for it to be profitable. Because for every 10 winning trades, one losing trade is going to wipe the 10 wins out. The other thing you need to think about is it's okay putting a 50 pip stop loss initially, but what happens when it triggers? So, for example, the way that I place orders, my stop loss initially is bigger, but as soon as it triggers, it's reduced by anywhere from 20 to 70%. So, um, game changer. Yeah, just got your message. Uh, Jimmy, thanks for your message, bud. I'll give you a message shortly. Um, so when you have those kind of inverse stats, you're not exactly lining yourself up for the highest probability of being profitable in the long term. It'll work in the short term, no doubt, but you only need to have 2 or 3 losers in a row and you're fighting a massive uphill battle. So I always like to try and be as close to the one-to-one region. I know some people like to trade massively positive RR. Again, when you trade massively positive RR, you're also going to have a lot more losers. So the the success rate will drop with the higher the return. The success rate will increase with the lower the return. So it's about understanding your system, your statistics, and then being able to put it all together and see if that marries up with your the way that you think. Gandalf, would you take a buy on DAX in the 15 minutes? It's an inside range though, but some space to the upside. Right, let's take a look. We've done gold. Oh, I just need to put an alert in here on the lows. Message. Um, Gold sell breakout. Okay. Um, so anyone that's on the live stream right now, if you're enjoying the feed, if you're enjoying the stream or it's making sense to you, just drop us a like or a comment. That'd be appreciated. Um, and then we can start progressing. And if you do have any questions about price action, we can go into those as well. Right, let's have a look at the DAX. So one of my members on YouTube has asked about the DAX. Let's get this off. Right, we'll start with the higher time frame. Why? Because we've not looked at the charts yet today. Would you take a buy on the DAX? Okay, so first thing that I'm seeing on the DAX is basically range, but last week we had support formed. Let me just check, is that a Sunday candle? Yeah, it's a Sunday candle, so ignore that. That's the only thing. Uh, so we haven't had support formed yet. Let me just get a DAX. I'm gonna get a different one because I don't like Sunday candles. German 40. See if these have got a Sunday candle. Daily. Friday. No, lovely. Okay, so I've removed the Sunday candle. So some brokers will give you a Sunday candle. Sunday candle is nonsense, so ignore it. Okay, so daily, what we're seeing, I'm seeing downrange candles. Bully, what's the low on that one? 23.97.5. 23. Okay, so we're seeing downrange candles, downrange candles. Today is an inside candle. So based off the daily, Gandalf, right now, I'm just looking at the daily, and my bias really is to continue short because we haven't had a support form on the daily. If I'm looking at the resistance on the daily, last resistance is here. Let's drop down to the 4 hour. Okay, so we're going to make some adjustments here. Last 4 hour support is here, and most recent 4 hour resistance is here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, resistance is now here. I don't like the candles here, so what I'd be looking at resistance here because we have more room to the upside, 77 points. So this is right now, I'm looking at this as a no trade range. I'd go down to the 30. Okay, so still happy with this as a area to trade into. I don't like this area, so I'd just be bringing that down. And let's take a look at the 15. So maybe the 15 could work, Gandalf, because we've got resistance here. Let's see how many points we've got. So we've had a close above, and I'm just looking for. It's only 25 points. I would ignore that. Okay, I'm not going to. Okay, you can go. So just. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. I've absolutely no idea. I've got nothing playing in the background. Uh, so yeah, TikTok's just finished. Um, well, I've no idea. I mean, literally, absolutely no idea. Another suspension on TikTok. Did I say anything? Anyone got any ideas? What happened there? So I'm just submitting an appeal. So, uh, oh, Vic, maybe what? Ah, I'm absolutely No idea. Absolutely driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. All right, let's close that down. I wish there was someone I could speak to in TikTok, but there never is. Um, okay, sorry guys. Yeah, maybe it is that I didn't have the banner on today, but I'm not, I'm really not sure. Uh, Let me just, it's getting so frustrating now. Very, very frustrating. Mark is a quiet, but I'm going to enjoy the afternoon with my wife and come back tomorrow. Okay, buddy. Yeah, I think maybe that's probably not a bad idea. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, NASDAQ. Um, I'll probably close it down at 2:15 anyway, so you're not going to miss anything, guy. Um, so NASDAQ based off the 15. Let's have a look, see what we've got down here. 77, that's fine. Let's have a look what we've got above here. Um, someone's just messaging me now saying it's TikTok's got really strict rules. Not kidding. I wish I knew what I was doing. That's the problem. Well, it we can't do any more than what we have done, guys. I don't think we're gonna see any uh I don't think we're gonna see much today, to be fair. But hey Chris, how you doing, buddy? Hope all is well. It is a slow day today. Yeah, I've not got anything jumping out at me to trade. I'm just watching Nasdaq above. So buys above 23,457. We're gonna put sells below 23,408. Um, uh, okay. Uh, yeah, so let's go here. Sorry, I'm just trying to read up on what was going on there. We've got no major news, and it's US bank holiday. Uh, it's pretty static, pretty static. DAX, I'm not going to do just because it's only 25 pips. I'm going to stay away from that for now. Gold, well, we've marked out the charts. I think we'll just wait for those alerts to kick off. So we're going to see if we can get my preference, in all honesty, even though the market has been moving to the upside predominantly. I've just got my trading view alert trigger for potential sells to the downside, but we haven't had a close below. And as you can see by these candles, there is absolutely no direction. So we need a commitment from one side, buyers or sellers, but that's not there. Uh, right. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Because as it stands, it is a very quiet session. I think we'll give it 5-10 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to call it a day for today, and we'll come back tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow it's just going to be on YouTube because TikTok have just decided to close it for some reason. Yeah, but look, I mean, it's kind of expected. I knew the open might be a little bit um, interesting, but I didn't look at the open. Yeah, one break even on gold this morning. Uh, break evens first thing and missed the bigger moves. I've not seen anything, to be fair. I've really not done anything today. Uh, yeah. So any questions, guys? If you've got any questions, just fire them in. But if not, I'm gonna wrap up because there's nothing happening. Probably not a bad thing. It's typical. Any questions, guys? Yeah, I mean, and I apologize. I started 15 minutes late today. Just got a bit of admin going on at the minute. Um, but yeah, I think uh, I think we'll call it a day. I don't see anything moving. If something moves, I'll put it in my free Telegram channel. Um, but yeah, these are, I think just come back. I'm gonna put this in my members channel now. Watch list. Uh, gold chart first set. But there's really uh, Yeah, no, that's it. It's the only one that I think DAX not interested. NASDAQ. Okay, guys, listen, I think I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to go back to admin. It is going to be one of those boring Mondays. Yeah, let's see you tomorrow. Hey, game changer. Take care. See you tomorrow, guys. Peter Cole. See you tomorrow. Dan. See you tomorrow. Vic. See you tomorrow. Let's 1 o'clock tomorrow UK time. Bye, guys. Game changer. I'll just drop you a WhatsApp again. Take care, guys. Have a great afternoon, and let's come back tomorrow. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more active.